All right, let's take a look at this graph. What could the graph represent? So here's a graph that represents a proportional relationship. So invent a situation that could be represented by this graph. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a basic one with a car. So this x represents probably hours. Actually, what did they say here? Probably minutes. Miles per minute. Okay, well, this is some fast car. That is a really fast car. Okay, well, I guess we'll just go with that. Maybe we'll do a rocket instead of a car. The answer right here is going to say a car, but I'm going to say a rocket because a car cannot go, like, can it? Actually, it can. My bad. 60 miles per hour, so that's like, okay, no, you're right. What am I doing? What a great starting off this lesson. Anyways, so you're right. I'm gonna do a car. All right. So this is gonna be my minutes, and this is going to be my miles. Okay. All right. So it seems like from this equation here or this graph, I traveled 12 miles in 16 minutes. So 12 miles, I traveled 12 minutes, 12 miles, and 16 minutes. So invent a situation. This situation is of a car that is moving. What a fun scenario. Okay, so I labeled the x's, car speed. And there's a point on the graph. What are its coordinates? What does it represent in your situation? Okay, well, this is these points are a little bit difficult to work with. So there's this point right here, and that's another clean point right here, which should equal to, this is what, 8 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes, and 6 miles. If you look at that, by the way, you just divide 2. Look, I'm going to show you something cool. Divide 2 and divide 2, and there you have it, right? 12 miles divided by 2 is 6 miles. 16 minutes divided by 2 is 8 minutes, right? So that's how we can do that, right? I wonder if there's more. Nope. Okay. So there's a point of what are its coordinates. The coordinates are 8 and 6. 8 and 6, and then the coordinates here are 16 and 12. And what does it represent? It represents the number of miles that I travel in 16 minutes, right? But this is a little bit confusing, right? You don't ever go to people and you're like, dude, I travel 6 miles in 8 minutes. Like, no, you usually want to work with a unit rate or when the denominator is just 1. So the way you go about doing that, how do we do that? So we're working with 6 miles per 8 minutes, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the top and the bottom by 8, right? And then I get 6 divided by 8. 6 divided by 8. And I get 0.75 miles. 0.75 miles in 1 minute, which is also equal to 0.75 over miles per 1 minute. Okay, so I travel about a third of a mile, right? This is also equal to 3 over 4, by the way, because 6 divided by 2 is 3 and 8 divided by 2 is 4. 3 over 4 is the same thing as 0.75, right? 3 over 4, I'll show it to you. 3 over 4 is equal to 0.75, right? So this is the same thing as that, right? This is the same thing as that, which is the same thing as that, which is kind of cool. So now what do I want to do, right? I want to be able to find the equation as well, just for good measure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do right. So this is my constant of proportionality, 0.75 x, and x represents time in minutes, and that represents miles. Okay, let's see if it actually works. Let's see if this equation is correct. I'm gonna check it. So 8 is my minutes, right? So 8 is my x coordinate. So that's 8 is my minutes. And then 6 is my miles. Okay. So I'm gonna put 8, right, into my x. I'm gonna put 8 into my x, and let's see if we got 6. So y is equal to 0.75 times 8 for my minutes, and then y is equal to 0.75 times 8, 0.75 times 8, and voila, I get 6. And I get 6. And is that correct? Absolutely. You see the 6 right there, and you see the 6 right there, and this y represents miles, and this y coordinate represents miles. So therefore, this is correct. This equation is correct. I want to show you with this one too. Okay, so 16 is my minutes, right? Because this is the x coordinate and then my y coordinate. So if I want to do that, I'm going to do, sorry, it's getting a little messy. Y is equal to 0.75 x. And then what was my x value? It was 16, right? 0.75 times 16. And 0.75 times 16 is equal to 12. Equals to 12, which is 12 right there. So crazy. Anyways, I think that's really cool. All right, so that is it for this problem.